Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Isaac with Where Are We Going? And today I'm coming to you from Santa Barbara, California at Bowlus Showroom. Bowlus, the luxurious travel trailer manufacturer with their endless highways and rivet models. So without any delays, let's start the show. I'm inside the Bowlus showroom, and here with me are two magnificent travel trailers, the Rivet and the Endless Highways Frontier Edition. They are just a statement on the road. You will definitely notice them anywhere you go. I would like to start with the Bowlus Rivet. 25 feet, 3 inches long, 8 feet, 3 inches high, beautiful travel trailer made out of aircraft aluminum that is not like any other aluminum rigs out there. This is by far the most durable aluminum frame or structure you can find currently available as a travel trailer on the road. Nothing else compares to this.
This is 2024 T3 all-clad aluminum. This is the type of aluminum that's used on a Bowlus travel trailer. As you can see, it has incredible tensile strength. It is also thin, that's by design, but when you try and bend it, you'll notice, yes, there's some flex, but you're not able to bend it in half. And then I'll compare that now to the type of aluminum that you find on other types of aluminum RVs, and it obviously has a very different level of tensile strength. So real difference in that quality between the two different aluminums on the exterior, and of course that means a lot for your performance.
The interior height, 6 feet 4 inches. This rig can sleep up to 4. You'll see it when we get inside. The dry weight of this rig is 2,900 pounds. Additionally, it features a very manageable hitch tongue weight of 300 pounds, and the gross weight is 3,500 pounds, which makes it easily towable with the smaller SUVs out there like the Tesla Model Y, the Bronco, without needing a heavy-duty truck. It's a manual hitch, but the trailer is so lightweight, one person can easily move it around back and forth, side to side, without any problems. And I've seen it in person being done, so I can vouch for it. It's really, really easy to maneuver this whole rig. What I really like about the Bowlus Rivet is that a true Four Seasons travel trailer. There is nothing underneath the body that is exposed to the elements. Everything is enclosed, and with the amazing hydronic heating system by Alde, you can keep all the plumbing systems, interior of the trailer completely heated. That will give you a very comfortable winter season, all temperatures, camping capability. As you can see, the rig has been elevated high enough with these beautiful 15-1 tires, and this what makes it go all-terrain. Overlanding with this would be a beautiful experience. It's got these stabilizer jacks, 4 of them in all corners. It has a great looking storage space underneath here on the side. It's pretty long on both sides and accommodates quite a lot. On this side, we continue. You have here your cassette toilet access, as you can see. This is your exhaust for the Alde hydronic heating system for your cabin and the hot water. Beautiful sliding doors with the bug nets. And there's like more here on this side. There's 1, 2, 3, which are openable by sliding them. And then there's also a viewing port here in the bedroom, which is the very front of the trailer. Great looking tail lights. This is your freshwater connection. Here's your city water connection. The 30 amp power, and then it also has additional solar power ports if you have those suitcase kind of panels, and you have 2 of those, so you can add even more solar power into the rig to start charging your batteries. And on this side, again, you have 3 sets of sliding windows with pre-built bug nets, and it's a gold color, beautiful, very elegant. If it rains, you can still keep them open because of these rails that are built on top of it, which directs the water away from the window, so you will never get any water coming into your cabin. And if the water somehow finds its way in, you still have a seeping hole here, as you can see, for the water to drain out. So that's a perfect design. Very nice sturdy step to walk inside. But before we do that, this is also propane tank that sits right here on the top at the entrance. Now, even though this is a full electric rig, they still provide you with a propane tank just in case in the very, very cold winter temperatures, you might need to have the propane to help you heat the cabin up. Currently, the Alde hydronic system to heat up the cabin and your hot water is built and designed to work with regular electricity and the power from your batteries. But however, if for some reason you do not have enough charge on your batteries, or if you don't have access to your electrical connection in a campsite, then this would come handy, and this will be able to continue to heat up your cabin and provide you hot water as well in those frigid temperatures. And this is also removable, so it opens up your entrance as well. As we enter, this beautiful door welcomes us. They probably built more time building the actual door than they do with the rest of the rig. And the reason is you have curves east-west, and then the door is also curved north-south, just like an aircraft, the vintage era aircraft doors. This is just a beautiful piece of art, I should call it. It's all riveted and like deadbolt and regular. And look how thick this door is. It's insulated. It's just a gorgeous door with a stopper here that you can remove and put it in so it can keep open the whole time. And it's a beautiful statement as you enter this gorgeous cabin of the Rivet. The kitchen is immediately at the entrance, and I can talk about pros for it to be in the entrance, especially when you're filling up your groceries. When you come in with all your groceries, the kitchen is right here, so is your refrigerator, and you don't have to carry anything further inside or in the back. It's right here by the door, as simple as can get. And also the fact that the door is right here in the middle and very beginning of the trailer, you can load long items, your long toys like paddleboards, surfboards, bicycles, you name it, whatever you want it, can easily be transferred and loaded into the rig from here. As I said, the kitchen welcomes us with 2 induction cooktops right here, AC outlet power. Right underneath we do have plenty of storage space, as you can see, very nicely built. On the other side, we do have a really nice round sink with a spray detachable faucet. Really nice counter space up here with more AC outlets. Underneath the sink, we do have more space for storage, very ample, very deep, and another AC outlet right there, which basically powers the microwave, which is located again underneath the sink and the countertop right here. 2 drawers, very nice, big, deep aluminum drawers underneath the microwave, soft closing, which makes this really, really nice, very ample and convenient kitchen to do your meals, your breakfast, your dinner, your lunch, anything you want. Above us, we do have this vent, which is really cool. And these vents are like boats, yachts, or even aircraft. Like they're so unique, they're so cool. And they are located along the whole roof of the trailer. It goes all the way back. And When you open the windows and you have these vents open, the cross ventilation and the natural way of ventilating and keeping this trailer cool is mind-boggling. Seriously, like, it's such a simple design. It doesn't have a max air fan because you don't really need it, because when you open these and the windows, it's a natural way of pulling everything out from the cabin and to the outside. As we pass the kitchen, we do have our living quarters. Now, this sofa by itself is huge, which also turns into a bed. Plus, we have this really nice big dinette here on the driver's side, and it has this beautiful table, huge table, and when the table goes down, this section also becomes a bed. So this trailer can sleep up to 4. Underneath both of the seats here, we have more space for storage. And underneath the sofa, we have even more storage. 1, 2, and 3. So storage in this cabin is nothing short of awesome. And you know, all when we go camping, when we go living on the road, storage is super essential. So this gives you all that. And just for demonstration purposes, I am 5'9", and I can easily lay down here. My head doesn't touch, my feet don't touch. Perfect bed for a third person. This cushion gets removed and you have so much space for the guest who wants to sleep here. The air conditioning is sitting not on the roof, but underneath, and providing great cooling for this trailer. So this is very unique. I'm going to show you this in detail as much as I can. Now, this travel trailer has a true bedroom. As you can see, this is a king size layout, which is also convertible into 2 twins if you want to. However, I'm not there yet. Stay with me and you'll see what I'm talking about. This trailer, between the living quarters and the bedroom, has a true separation. There's actually a door that separates the bedroom from the living quarters. And even more so, even more doors. So now you understand how much privacy these 2 doors can give you when you're in the bedroom or your partner here in the living room area. This is really, really nice. And the reason for these doors to be able to open as such is to give you a huge bathroom / changing room. So right now I'm in the bathroom and it's a dry bath. You even have a place to sit here, and you see these like wonderful wood that keeps you on top of the aluminum floors, and beautiful shower awaits here in the dry bath. Now this door, when you're showering, obviously can be closed, and once you're done with showering, when you come outside, you have all the space to be able to change, do your makeup. Hello there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so, and let's continue with the tour. We have a beautiful sink here with more AC outlets right there. Medicine cabinet, the vanity light. This is your water pump. I can hear it right now. This is your control panel area for all the systems here. This is your main kill switch. This is your Victor Energy, the inverter and charger control panel. It's currently connected to the shore power, basically, so it's charger only. You can turn it off and you can turn it on. This is your inverter control. Here is your Alde heating system, which basically gives you hydronic heat and also gives you hot water. So this is all here. This is your Victron energy control panel, which shows you your battery condition, your intake, your how much power, how much solar energy you're creating, how much of it is charging, your battery conditions, your water capacity, everything that needs to be followed up here. This is your air conditioning, and the controls are right here. Everything here can also be controlled through your cell phone. So that's also very, very cool. We're in the Rivet, but also the Endless Highways have the cassette toilet. You even have a vent here so that this section also keeps cool. And not to mention, this is also your emergency exit in case something happens and you cannot get to the front. So there's an emergency exit right through here. Now, for many of you who have asked, they do have the option to cancel the toilet completely out if you like. And you can use a flushless dry toilet or a composting toilet if you want to. Or they even have the option of doing a toilet with a macerator outside that you can connect to a sewage. But once you have that option, you can't have this. So it's either or. However, black tank is not an option. So keep that in mind. Here I am in the shower. I'm 5'9", with the shoes, maybe 5'10", 5'11" right now. And I can't really stand up very comfortably. I guess that's why they have this bench here, and now it's super comfortable. If you're 5'9" or taller than 5'9", I guess maybe sitting down for showering would be your best bet. Also, at the very bottom of the toilet sink section, you have this nice space for storage with a bungee. This would be your changing room. Very, very comfortable, huge space in this beautiful travel trailer. Really well designed. And once you close these doors, like I do, behind me, and now everything opens up and brings us into the bedroom. So this is the king size bed configuration. As I've explained earlier, this completely can be modified. As you can see, it's all modular, but if you wanted to, you could totally turn it into two twins. And sleeping position, it changes from person to person. When it's a king bed, you could either put your head on the top, at the very nose, and your legs down here, or some people prefer to have more shoulder space here, and then they put their heads back here and then legs down there. At the very bottom, you also have a button to control the fan of the Alde heating system, high and low. And you also have a USB-A and USB-C power port here, with a quick shelf on top of it to put your phone, your CPAP machine, whatever you might need. On this side, where technically the head should be, you have on each side of reading lights, and more at the top you can see you have the ducted air conditioning vent, windows, you have your shades, your blackout shades, quick Velcro at the very bottom, and then you attach it and then it completely seals the light. It's really, really nice. And when it comes to capacities, Bowlus Rivet has 19 gallons of freshwater tank, 21 gallons of gray water tank, 5 gallons of cassette toilet. The air conditioning has 10,000 BTUs for cooling, and the boiler furnace water heater is 25,000 BTUs. So that's gonna keep you toasty at all winter frigid temperatures. And what I really like is the Aero Move option. Basically turns your travel trailer to a remote control travel trailer. And then using the remote control, you can move your trailer to any position, back and forth, side to side. It's just phenomenal. It's like game changer. It makes your life so much easier, especially in tight spaces. With the remote control, you can literally do it in minutes. I also would like to remind you, if you're looking to add a Starlink into the Rivet, it is possible. It is already prepped for Starlink, but only the mini version. So the Bowlus Endless Highways, the Frontier Edition, is approximately 27 feet long and 8 feet 7 inches high with the interior height of 6 foot 4 inches. The weight is the dry weight starting at 3,200 pounds and the gross weight is approximately 4,000 pounds. Still very towable with most standard trucks and even high-end SUVs. It's super light, yet very, very comfortable. At the front, we do have the hitch, the manual hitch. Again, you can move it simply with your hand, or just like I've mentioned before, it does come with the arrow move that turns it into a remote control trailer. On the outside, we still have the 2 sliding opening windows here and on the other side as well. And then we do have also the panoramic view windows. Those are not openable on both ends. And on this side, we do have this time 2 storage spaces. Again, pretty long. As you can see, it's very long. You can store all kinds of stuff here. And it's got 2 access points to this, 2 doors. And then, just like the Rivet, this one also has a cassette toilet. However, this one comes with a ventilation tube that is attached directly to the exhaust. Unhook this, and the vent hose is already attached to the lid. No smells whatsoever in the interior. That's a great thing. Again, the Alde system for the hydronic heating for your cabin, also your hot water. You do have another sliding window here on the bedroom section and another porthole just to see beautiful views from your bedroom as you lay down. Gorgeous front. I am in love with this design. Look at this bumper. Phenomenal with the branding engraved into it. And this is also where your rear view camera resides. Here is your freshwater connection. Down below here, you have the city water connection, 30 amp electrical connection, and then also this one has the external solar panels already prepped for in case you want to increase your solar capacity. Stabilizing jacks, your emergency exit from the bathroom. I'll show you once we're inside. 2 more sliding open windows and the panoramic window on the top. This one also has an exterior shower, hot and cold, right here. And the 17 gallons of propane, which is right here. Great entrance with a sturdy step to climb up. Magnificent door.
So let's go over this beautiful screen door. First of all, it takes over 100 hours to build, which is more time than most RVs. It's really beautiful because it curves 2 directions, both port to starboard and top to bottom. And then, you know, incredibly aerodynamic at the front as well. You see we have a door within a door system. So we have the main door here, and then we have that beautiful brass screen behind. And then we also have this door out front. So when you close it, you can leave the door open here, getting a really beautiful cross breeze. And of course, that's all aircraft grade rivets, aircraft grade aluminum, and just really fantastic commercial grade locks as well.
And once inside, you do have a privacy shade.
We use yacht quality lithium power systems throughout, so incredibly performance forward. We've been doing these systems now for over 10 years, which is really fantastic. Every Bowlus comes with lithium. So it starts with 4 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries. There's 2 different power packages. First, power package 1, which goes up to 11 kilowatt hours and 400 watts of aero solar. That's what we call the solar on the roof of the Bowlus. That is also, of course, aerodynamic. And then in the Frontier Edition or in the Endless Highways, you can go up to 19 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries, also with that 400 watts of solar. 400 watts of solar is the perfect amount because on a sunny day, like it is here in Southern California, we can regenerate our regular daily use. So fridge, lights, working with Starlink, all of those things, we're regenerating that power and we're saving that large battery for air conditioning use off-grid or just to extend our time off-grid in the future. So the air conditioning inside the Bowlus can go up to 36 hours completely off-grid in our 19 kilowatt hour configuration. Really fantastic. And of course, as you'll experience later, fantastic cross ventilation as well, even without that AC. So most owners are ordering their Bowlus 6 months to a year in advance. We do work by quarter. So if there's a specific quarter that you're looking for delivery, maybe for retirement, for a birthday, end of school, something else like that, we certainly do our very best to accommodate that. We ship directly to you as well. So you're ready to go on that first trip. And then we have that nationwide mobile service network. So you're able to get service wherever you travel throughout the US and Canada. This is a quality product. So the Bowlus Rivet over here starts at $150,000. And of course, yes, that is premium within the RV segment, but it really is built differently. It's built to last. It's built with incredible quality. We build over 70% of all the components inside our factory and we tightly control that quality, which is really fantastic. So yeah, starting all the way from $150,000 to over here, $280,000 as configured.
Thank you so much, Geneva. I'll continue with the tour.
Sounds good, thank you.
As you are coming inside, the layout pretty much is the same. You still are going to have your kitchen in the front with 2 induction cooktops, the refrigerator, but this time it's a isotherm drawer kind of a fridge and freezer, which is really, really cool. I love these a lot. And then you do have the convection air fry microwave here underneath that sink. You have shelves up above to put anything you like. Again, the same kind of a sprayer sink that this can reach out to the outside if you want to rinse anything here before it comes inside. You have a drawer up here at the top. Right here you have your AC outlets and also another pair right in here. Here's your shelves. This could be easily your pantry. Lots of space. Another drawer here underneath the induction cooktop. The same kind of a pantry again underneath the sink. And a large drawer underneath the microwave. And look how big this is. And here is the remote control for the iRemove system that will turn your trailer into a remote controlled one, and you can move it any direction you like. This is fantastic. As we leave the kitchen backwards, you can see that the Frontier Edition has this dual tone, 2-tone interior design. It's a beautiful, beautiful design, so retro looking, yet so elegant and upscale, and very, very comfortable. This is just like a yacht. I actually feel that I am in a very retro private aircraft, the 1950s, 1940s era, and it gives me those nostalgic feelings about this whole rig. It's gorgeous. I really, really love this. Again, this sofa is a single sleeper sofa, and the dinette here also with the table dropping down, this also become your bed for another person. So this trailer sleeps 4. As I said, this is the port windows, and as you can see, it's covered by the wood. It's so beautiful, and this will bring in so much natural light into the rig. And just like the Rivet, it has these vents all along the ceiling, all the way back. So once you have these open, all that fresh air will just flow inside. This cabin will fill with fresh air. It's just beautiful. And it also keeps the temperature in here cooler. Storage everywhere. Underneath this big, gigantic seat, I have really nice storage. Another drawer here underneath this seat. Underneath the dinette, you do have two AC outlets, one USB-A and USB-C port. Again, your circuit breaker and your fuse box. And not to mention that this sofa also has three large drawers. This is a unique touch. This is completely removable, but if you have a lovely pet that travels with you, this could be his or her water and food station, easily tucked away. And that's also removable, by the way. So more drawers everywhere underneath this large sofa, which, like I demonstrated earlier in the Rivet, it's the same length, so easily anybody that is up to 6'2" can easily stretch out in here and be very, very comfortable overnight. Reading lights, 4 reading lights, and a TV. That's for your entertainment. Now, this section here is where the Rivet differs from the Endless Highways, because the Endless Highways is larger and they have created this phenomenal bathroom, changing room, closet space, and I'm gonna show you. So just like the other one, just like the Rivet, this is your sink, your medicine cabinet, your mirror, and your control system section. Everything is the same. And onto the left of it, we do have a large closet with even cubby here underneath the shelf that you can easily store your shoes or anything like that. It's a hanging closet plus another shelf on top and a mirror. Hi. And on the other side, we have the same. So you have his and hers and another table here. This is the exterior table, as you can see. The stoves here, so you have one table inside and one table outside. So this table actually is going outside, attaches itself to there's a certain location dedicated, and then you have an exterior table. So this is where it resides as well. Again, providing full privacy once you close your door to the bedroom, separating from the living quarters, as you can see. Really, really smart design. It's really nice. Nobody here needs to know what's happening in the bathroom or in the bedroom. That's very, very cool. So, as I said, here's your sink. Here's your medicine cabinet. There's hooks everywhere to hang your things as you're getting ready here. The cassette toilet, some shelves, some cubbies, your air vents. As you can see, this is where it now has the exit, the emergency exit. And it has even more space in the shower with the same kind of a shower head. It's really, really beautiful. But this one has also the bottles for your shampoo, conditioner, and your body wash. And a curtain. Again, I'm 5'9". I cannot stand fully and comfortably in here. Sitting down on the bench would be the way to be able to take a comfortable shower here. Unless you're shorter than 5'9", you'll be very happy, but 5'9" and above, because of the curvature of the trailer, it is impossible to stand up fully if you're 5'9" or taller. And we go into the bedroom. So the dual tone, for me, it's just magnificently beautiful. It's really makes the whole rig just convert into this beautiful cabin in the woods. It's so cozy, it's so welcoming, it's so warm. I just love this very, very much. Again, this is also currently in the king position, in the king layout, but it is very easily convertible into two twins, so keep that in mind. Just like the Rivet, it also has that shelf at the very end on your stuff, and also has a blower here that, you know, brings in hot air from your Alde system. The windows are slide open. You can open them. You have your blackout shades. These two portholes, they cannot be opened, and they do have covers in case you have the need for privacy. It comes with a shelf on top of the headboard area. Reading lights on both sides. And a shelf as well. Also, underneath the bed here at the opening, you have the propane detection system, and also 2 AC outlets and some space for storage. You can have something stored down here as well. This is really nice. And as I said, it's very easily filler cushion. This becomes a king, but if you wanted to remove this and remove that wood, then it becomes 2 twins. Very easy and very practical. And as you can see, throughout the whole rig, you have these available for you to secure any of your toys that you want to bring along, any items that you have and they need to be secured. You can do it. It's available pretty much in every section of the layout. There's 3 rows of them on both sides. Imagine a long paddleboard, a surfboard, or anything that is going to be sitting here, so you can definitely secure them so that it travels in safety. And the best part is the fact that I am going to have my hands on one of those trailers for a few days, that I can actually go out and camp in it, live in it, and have my first impression with all the systems. I'm going to have a great video documenting, experiencing, testing out the whole rig as if I've owned one, and show it to you as a full-on honest review, first impression on the Bowlus travel trailer. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, as it doesn't cost you anything, but it makes my channel grow and build our community bigger and stronger. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will be answering to you as soon as possible. Give this video a like, and until the next time, see you on the road.